I had a thought this morning, just a few minutes ago, actually, as was thinking about you guys and graduating from third year. I remember coming to Bethel. I was so excited. Kathy and I were so excited to come. Well, let's say this: Kathy was a little scared. She likes security, so we were leaving our house and all of that. And I think I had some fear too, but I was really excited to start school and to join Bill here. And I had a memory. I haven't actually thought of this for years and years, but while we were worshiping this afternoon or this morning, whatever time it is, it's morning, isn't it? Well, I was thinking about our Australian friends right now. It's nighttime there. I'm really getting an international mindset by not knowing what day it is or what time it is, really. But on a serious note, I remember it seems like it was just a few days before we actually moved. And I was at our church offices in Weaverville, and I was just laying on the floor praying. And I just had this overwhelming thought that I wasn't qualified. And it just dawned on me, like, I'm not qualified, but I just remembered it. And I thought to myself, you've been in business for 20 years, like you actually don't know anything about being in career ministry. And I remember laying on the floor and actually having a real panic attack, like my heart beating fast and sweating. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to be on staff at a church. Like, I've never even been to a ministry school. And then I remembered that I was supposed to start one. Seriously, never been to a ministry school before. I've never spoke at a ministry school before. And then I'm like, I'm going to start a ministry school. Oh my gosh. And I remember this laying there for several minutes. You know how there's just certain memories you have that there's so many things that happen in your life you probably don't remember, but there's certain monumental things that happen, and you can almost go back to that very moment. Like, you can even feel the emotion of it. I haven't remembered this for years, but sitting in the front row worshiping, I remember just being on the floor just thinking, I am not qualified. And I'm supposed to start a ministry school, and all I know about is business. And I laid there for several minutes, as I said just a minute ago, and then this other thought came to me, Holy Spirit thought, and he said to me, can you just encourage every single person you come in contact with and make them a better person? And I thought, yeah, I can do that. And he's like, that's all I want you to do. Just find people, everyone that comes to you, make sure they leave better than they came. And I can't say I've been perfect at that, of course not. But it just took all of the pressure of trying to be amazing out of it and just like made it so simple. If you can, and then the Lord began to tell me, if you can make people better, you have a ministry. And so I just think that's such a simple. I know you're graduating, and some of you are like, I'm very qualified, and like you might find out that what God called you to, you're not qualified for at all. I don't know how many of you are. I'd say people who know me well, they kind of depict me as ready, shoot, aim. And I don't know about you, but I guess I want to use this as part of my commissioning speech. Sometimes the things the Lord's called you to, you've never done before. And I actually, it's kind of crazy, but I actually like strategic planning. It just often doesn't work. And have you ever had this great plan? Sometimes a great plan, I believe in planning. Let me say this. I really play that role a lot on our own teams. But I often think that you make a plan and God's like, that's so beautiful, we won't be using that at all. Or you start into the plan, and about 3 days or a week or 2 weeks into it, you figure out like it's not going to work at all. And you have to just, so I have figured out that ready, aim, shoot actually works pretty good. Like, you shoot and then you miss the target and then you start to plan. Like, okay, let's do this better.